What happens when you create a rival to Microsoft, the writing software? It becomes their word against yours. Hello, yeah, it's me again. The one thing that doesn't stop bringing tales of good cars. Assuming the title of this video hadn't given you a sneak peek into what car we would be talking about, I would have chilled to see how badass you are with cars or guesses. Maybe I would also have chilled to know how current you are too. But the truth is, I don't expect you to be getting details about cars from no one else but me. Yeah, you can call it a car relationship. So, the Mercedes-Benz AMG S63E is the car, but not just any of that model, but the 2022 model. If news of vehicles were enough to fill my tummy, I wouldn't have to be eating anymore by now. There are just a lot on the ground already. Does my situation tell you anything? I feel you know already, but let me state it again. It means that we would never be running out of cars. Anytime, anywhere, and any point, cars got us. Why do you think Adams found it difficult to laugh at anyone's jokes? Well, because it wasn't a laughing matter. I recently figured out the slogan of Mercedes-Benz. Who knew that was a thing? I feel I should have known, but it just never registered that they do have a slogan. The slogan is simple: the best or nothing. I want to ask an honest question if indeed they have been living up to that motto, but how best to do that without a bit of check on how far they have come? Well, Mercedes-Benz has been here for as long as I could remember. I mean, they have been here for more than 9 decades. Do you know how long that is? They served our forefathers' cars and are still doing the same with us. Within that period they have existed, they have released close to 70 models. What's your choice? Convertibles, coupes, SUVs, or sedans? Any, and you won't run out of options if you turn to Mercedes-Benz. Mind-blowing is how these cars have stood the test of time. This is the reason we would always trust the automobile company. Talking about trust, I was hoping you could permit me to introduce you to a company I completely trust when it comes to online shopping. This company has been tested and can be trusted. The company is Honey, and even though you can't taste them like real honey, they still offer sweet services by automatically applying coupons to the goods in your cart. There are no hassles with using their services as it comes in the form of a browser extension. Right now, the only thing stopping you from getting introduced to the company is your hands. Why? You need to click the link in the description. Well, what do you call a noun that is great at whatever job it is given to execute? A pronoun. I bet you didn't see that coming. I didn't mean to make this about the company. I don't mean Honey, I mean Mercedes-Benz. But it never hurts to walk you down the lane of history a little bit. You never know when the information could come in handy. Talking about handy, if you finally learn sign language, you'll find it handy. We are done with the general story. Let's make it specific and talk about the Mercedes-Benz AMG S63E model. When did the company first grace us with this bomb of a car? Oh, it's been here for a while. What's your guess? 2009? 1997? Okay, your guess game isn't all that, because the story of this model was birthed more than 30 years ago. Fun fact, the S63 AMG that comes with the model's name denotes that the car has raw, unadulterated performance with no compromise. It won't be long before we figure out how true that is. So since then, we have had remodeled and redesigned versions of this car. By the way, the model has always existed as a coupe, a convertible, and a sedan. I would say sure the 2022 model won't be an exception if I didn't know better that it would be a sedan. The coupe and convertible options do not exist anymore because they were discontinued. So all those years of various versions, but now we are zeroing in on the 2022 version. Do you know there are spies all over the world? Just before you start summoning your inner investigative spirit, we are keeping this Carly. So, in the world of cars, there are spies, the type that catches automobile companies testing their new models. Who could have thought this was happening? However, it isn't far-fetched. Automobile companies ought to know what they are releasing and be sure all is done with it. So these spies are essential. Shout out to them. You already know where this is going? Yeah, they saw the 2022 Mercedes-Benz AMG S63E being tested, and that's the reason I can give you details of what to expect. What do you get when you successfully cross a lake and a river? You actually get nothing. Okay, that's not true. You get wet. What were you expecting? Gold? You should know that car testing isn't a one-time thing. But who am I not to believe the spies if they say the car is in its final stages? It even reduces the tension of waiting so long for the car to be released. Where I am going with this is that even though the car is carrying the 2022 tag, we might be having a "the car came early" moment. And you don't mind, yeah? So that's settled. Let's get to what to really expect from the model. Well, there should be an understanding that reviewing unreleased cars is never complete without comparing them with existing models. The reason is obvious. The new ones are always a better version of the old ones, but not a total deviation from the old ones. It isn't new that most cars are going electric. I feel we should even make it a constant in our minds that hybrid cars are here to stay. That's what is best for Mother Earth. This is different from the gasoline drivetrain the other models had. With such a drivetrain, the driving experience wasn't bad. It wasn't even bad at all, but guess what would be happening with a hybrid drivetrain? So this model has a hybrid drivetrain, and you can be sure you are in for a more amazing driving experience. I guess appropriately, you are in for a powerful car, and everyone loves that. This is even the first electric car of this model. The car must be proud to be making a remarkable first. I should add that with its hybrid engine, it is still expected that the car would come with an 8-cylinder engine. That powerful combination leaves us with what horsepower? Oops, I didn't mean to become your arithmetic teacher, but we are looking at nothing less than 700 horsepower. Holy! That's not all. It is expected to produce a torque of 664 pounds per foot. The effect? You've got yourself going from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. That's really a thing. Oh, there's good news. The car doesn't pack all of that without efficiently managing your fuel. I'm sure you've already decided that this is the car you have been waiting for with all of these, but I would implore you to calm down. There's more. We just spoke about arithmetic. Let me slip this in. What happens when you get into a fight with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9? I wonder how you would win such a fight because even before the fight started, the odds were already against you. I just found another fact about odd numbers. How do you make the number 7 an even number? Quite simple. You just got to take away the S at the beginning of the number. Genius, right? So back to Mercedes. The outer design actually has some changes. It is expected that this model would come with a charging port and we are likely going to see bigger brakes. That's nice for a great car, but also added to the equation is a sharper bumper. We have confirmed that the outer design is not a disappointment, and that got you feeling fulfilled. But that equation isn't complete if the inner design doesn't have you feeling super comfortable. So only the manufacturers have an idea of what the inner design is, but be sure that the doors remain sleek. You can also be sure that you are sliding into comfort because of the rich leather materials used in making the seats. Let's take it further to the infotainment system. The infotainment system might come with a 12.3 inches touchscreen and surely an Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's also the option of Bluetooth connectivity, a Wi-Fi hotspot, and a 13-speaker sound system. I can never forget when a friend asked me to put something away for the rainy days. I really appreciated him because he got me getting an umbrella and putting it away for the rainy days. What do you think? I did great with that advice, huh? You should put something away for the rainy days too. Maybe a coat. I guess the interior includes features that are meant to assist drivers. They are safety features that most cars are embracing, and this is the future, really. We have moved past the stage of drivers having to do it all. The cars can equally be equipped with features like an automated emergency braking system, adaptive cruise control, active park assist, blind spot monitor, and others. Some of these features are surely going to be coming with this model. Even though we can't ascertain the actual ones to be expecting, it is enough to know that it is on the table of priority. The next thing should be the price, but you have got to pay a price before I tell you. Oh, don't overthink it. It's just a small favor. I wouldn't mind you liking this video. That's not all. Comment and subscribe to our channel. I love you enough to want you to be immediately notified when another video drops. So about the price. We are looking at a starting price of $152,595. No one knows what plug could be pulled later, but the price can't be all that high above the estimate. Since the car hasn't been unveiled by the company, we don't know the colors to expect, but that's not really an issue. My wild guess is white, but who knows? I might be proved wrong later, but for now, I have months by my side. Oh, just before you start feeling somehow, there should be more options. Life is all about choices, and I'm sure Mercedes-Benz knows this by now. Wait, remember when I said we were going to figure out if the AMG truly has raw, unadulterated performance with no compromise? You weren't expecting me to remember, yeah? Well, newsflash, I have a sharp memory. So about that question, I believe it does. I have to tell you this, and I hope you don't judge me. I once beat the local chess champion with some 3 solid moves. Oh, that got you thinking I was wise, huh? Well, I don't mean to say I am not, but I was able to beat him because of the karate lessons I had been going for. Felt good to know I was learning a lot. Sorry, chess master. Mercedes-Benz is a home name in the world of cars, and I hope the company truly gives us the best with the 2022 Mercedes-Benz AMG S63E, because I'm sure all of you would be taking the best or nothing too. See you in the next video. Love ya!